Au pair with Simba. You catch the Byrons like crazy people, listening into some corner of thin air. You do not know the hours they spend with the big cats, how they come home, and roars are still booming in their ears. Soon they get the license, and they buy a cub. It is dopey like the babies of all species, soft brown, with spots, with eyes that shrink to dots. A cub you know nothing of. One day, Robert and Lydia bring their son's PJs. "Smell Aiden! Smell Aiden!" they ask. The primary colored dinosaurs are urinated on, so the cat will know Aiden before they even meet. At home, Lydia points to the space across from her. "Sit! Sit with this, Gite." Robert pours another glass of wine. He hands it to you. The saltwater fish tank glows ultramarine, backlighting the Byrons, who smirk between each other, swirl their Shiraz, and explain. "Lion? Like the Goering kind?" "A mountain lion," Mrs. Byron says. "Lioness," says Mr. Byron. "You know, a girl lion. No fangs, no claws, of course. Tame." You search their faces, but there is no joke. So you smile, knock your glass to theirs. You're looking forward. It's a lie, but the neon fish swim behind your confab of stemware. Flash, sheen, glint. When you met Aiden, your bangs were hay above your topaz eyes. Having slept on the fold-out tray, it's what you got. From your carry-on, candy. A book of H.C. Andersen, in English. You told Aiden about this Dane. The boy made a face and spit the licorice out into your hand. He'd wanted to hear "Den Stafften hol Tinsoldet." But the tin soldier have only one leg. You hadn't thought of that. Not until it was too late. Aiden was tucked into the blanket, and you tried not to look. Now the cat has seen him, and she knows. You can tell because you've seen a lioness. The even voice of a British narrator describing a cat who looks for the weakest springing gazelle. She stays low. She keeps very, very still. When she finds him, she takes him down. You would have reached into that televised savannah, if you could have, brought the weird kind of deer into your living room. The thankless deer would have pissed and shit on your wooden floor, scuffed up your leather couch with its cloven feet, but its jugular would have been safe. Well, the Byrons want to know, what will Aiden call her? He squints at his feet, as if the answer is there, riddled in his numbness. Simba. Not Nala? Mr. Byron asks. Simba. But think, Simba was a Simba, raves Mrs. Byron. Perfect. You bob yes. Most of the time you want to scream, "Be nice," at Lydia Byron. She is the crock mom you also saw on television. The Britain voice, her kind of mother. She will defend her young, if only that. She is cold, but no one fucks with her creche. Meters away, Simba toys her tail. The cat is proud, cool. Aiden's chair is a knot of silver in her eyes. You would put yourself between Aiden and the muscle in the teeth, but can't. Lydia and Robert want this. But he's just bone, you think. Now is a Venn diagram. You are the au pair. You are Lavender Circle A. But you are devoted to this boy beyond it, unprofessionally. Sky Blue Circle B stands for how you really feel. And in the uncomfortable, periwinkle overlap of these circles, A plus B is you. That's where you are, Gite. Simba dips her head. She moves toward the boy, slow, her eyes are trained. She is set, just like you've seen her in the shows, how she comes through the grasses toward oblivious zebras. You must catch her eye. Squinting, you think, cat. You do not want him, nor do they. There is meat for you in the fridge. Bite me. But it does not work. Your fear is a thin coat of sweat on your body. Why does it not distract her? You turn your back from this. Lydia laughs one of her neatly creased laughs. Wonderful! Simba's nosing Aiden's chin. You relax. A little. You picture the Byrons when they found out. A word freezing the Byrons in their seats. Mr. Byron asks a doctor, what does it mean? A doctor says their child will not walk, that paralysis of his lower extremities is probable. Help, wheelchair, time. Other things like his bladder, ADHD. The doctor soothes. Science is making this easier every year. Robert is thinking. We'll not have to say don't run with sharp objects. Not like they expected. The kid will not be able. Black tears stripe Lydia's face. She does not want it broken her. Driving home, she cannot look down at her stomach. Instead, Lydia looks for animals in the wood panels of their jack. She usually finds gorillas, manatees, and dogs. She finds fetuses now, curled in wombs, things on their spines. Lydia needs a hard word. Untoward. She's sorry. She's very sorry. But it is. Lydia comes home fisting handles of shopping bags. They are glossy and matte, and their fonts say what is inside costs. What comes out from between their stiff tissues is divine. One day Lydia pulls out a glass bowl. It is fat at the bottom, and curves up thin and sharp-edged. It is teal with bursts of flesh and rose. It is fat. Just like your Baltic Sea right now. Wet, and so cold. The jelly-red firemen market. It is August. Their bodies will crowd the shore through September. They are all dead, but their fishing yarns can still sting. Gita, what do you think of it here? Lydia wants to know. It is good. You like the bowl hit by light. It shines like your Baltic, like your North. Lydia drums her thigh. Doesn't really work, does it? She seems let down. If only you could say it, when her eyes fall on their stairs, on its machines move Aiden up and down floors, when her lips purse. Say it then. Hold kef, Lydia. To Aiden. Dis-moi une dumb cooling. Such a dumb bitch. You watch Mr. Byron too. When Robert goes sailing on Lake Michigan, he wants to take a son along. A son who could be taught to tack into the wind, jump overboard, and swim the backstroke. A son with tan, muscled calves like his father. Simba, you hiss. Get them. Simba's not for Aiden. You know what Simba's for. For Robert and Lydia. They do not care what this could do. But you are careful. In Wicker Park, you turn the wheelchair away from children at play. It would hurt to see them run by. Do not ask a bleeding hand. Do not ask a bleeding hand to cut lemons, Gita. You don't. You wait for the wild. Simba meets your eyes. You think something in them will go off. The hard black dots will stretch to a scythe. That scythe will swing. But Simba is a house cat. She is housebroken. She balls up on the floor, purring. There is no scythe. There's jade. It is carved with the signs of a dead race, covered by the tiny, dark hands of vines. She knows something. In her hot pink harness, the blonde form crosses the checkerboard of black and white tiles. It takes your breath. She is a sphinx wherever she rests, but on the beige floor, she really throws you. She swats at a lamp like a kitten, but not like a kitten. There are ropes of muscle. You pick the lamp pieces up. She's a fat cat, that Simba. Her face changes. Simba will say what she knows. But she's a tease. Her nose is a perfect pink heart. Together this lion and boy are something. Aiden is Simba's ward. Simba is Aiden's favorite. Simba is Aiden's keeper, the one he loves most. There's friendship between one dog and elephant you know of, a bond between a hippo and a tortoise, a pony and a cat and a monkey, a cat and a rabbit. You don't know what these odd couples get from each other, but why not simpatico? When Aiden falls out of his bed one day, Simba is there like a lassie. She is there even before you. Hi, my Simba. She gives her paw a long, lax pass, enough attitude to let you know she's no dog. It is time for bed, you tell her. Come soft. And grab her harness, looking at her. Simba, Simba, Simba. You should not, but you take her to your room anyway, snapping above the duvet. Jump! Simba's tail goes. Hop! She springs onto bed. She takes most of it. Good lion. How can it be you feel safe with this animal in your bed? Tomorrow you take a plate of meat to Simba's quarters, chicken room temp, as she likes it. Inside, Aiden is in the living room watching TV. What is he watching? When Aiden doesn't answer, you say his name too loud. What? You are waiting. The Samba! Look. You look at the screen. A couple rolls their hips. They quicken their feet. They are competent. Every step is meant. The woman turns so a variegated hemline spins off her shiny legs, and her partner meets her at the waist, by the hand, by the small of her back. You look at Aiden. He is smiling, what's worse. He does not feel bad, but you do. You aren't. Does English have a word for this? It's guilt, light guilt. Simba walks inside licking her chops, that I know swagger of hers. She looks like she might take to the dance floor and show you all a thing or two. She pauses in front of the TV, backsteps, then turns to look right at Aiden. For a second, you think she's really grooving. Aiden laughs. Yes, Sin. Go. He wheels this way and that to the beat, and the cat follows his turns. You watch them. Go, Simba, you think. Yeah, Samba, Simba.